Three. Sorry. One. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the VRChat podcast, the VRChat Experience. I'm your host, Vita TV. This is my co-host, Sataria.
Big purr.
I'm the video, always seen, always presented, but not that loud. Unlike him, introduce yourself.
It's your boy, Sataria. Audio always heard, probably seen as well, but you'll hear me first. Sing loud. And today we'll be out here going over my official 1-year anniversary in VRChat, because it's been wild and wacky. Way to describe it.
Right. 1 whole year, man. I still have he's my best friend, right? Star is my best friend in VRChat. Well, Maz, I have a few best friends, but he's definitely like on the tier list, right? Going over that though, like there are some things about his year I didn't even know, which is crazy for me to find out, because there's some stuff about like things you're gonna cover, like with like Exa and like Vin Exa. I don't even know how he met Vin for real. And then like with Nerdy, I don't know nothing about Nerdy's friend group. I don't know a lot about Listen Faith situation besides our lovely cameraman's unfortunate founding with them.
There's so much to cover
and all that garbage. But let's begin with the obvious. So you wanted to cover first and foremost getting in VRChat for the first time.
Right. So let's talk about how I got into VR, right? So the reason I got into VRChat, right, because I'm going to Full Sail University online right now. Previously, before that, I was going to Coker University. And when I was going there, I was in my dorm. I was talking to Jasmine. Blah 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 blah. Oh yeah, I'm talking to somebody right now.
Jasmine is his best friend in real life, by the way.
My ride or die. I'll never hug her, but I'll kill for her. That type of vibe, right? And she was telling me she was talking to somebody. First of all, you're gay. Second of all, what you out here talking to me for? Like, you're not telling me nothing? You ain't telling me nothing?
Right.
Like, what? You know, I'm over here baffled. And then...
Oh, well.
And then, I'm like, what are you doing? Oh, you know, we was talking through a game. Okay. A couple weeks go by.
Jesus Christ.
He's
I'm
childish.
dying. Wait.
Doesn't work
Fuck,
out.
I'm dying. Hold on, wait. Fucking dying.
It's the curse. It's the curse.
It's the curse. It's coming back for me. All right.
And you know,
I'll start again where you were.
And the one she's dating now, right? She's been dating like for a long time. Talking to him, and she's like, "Okay, I'm talking to a guy now, right?" I'm like, "Oh, another one. Who is? So from the same game. What game is this girl? Talk to me. What you talking about?" It was VRChat. I don't know what that is. So dead confused. Skipping through a lot of parts that happened through that, right? I end up switching over to Full Sail, going online. I'm at home a lot more, right? And I get a chance to go over there and spend the night with Jasmine. Yes, love spending the night with her because I love her family. And what ends up happening is, I'm gonna try the headset. Let me try it. She's like, okay, put the headset on. It's the weirdest thing. I'm chatting with some of the people that I remember Czar. We love Czar, but and some of other Destiny's friends. I don't know if the same was at the time or what. But you know, we're chatting this, that, and the third. Like, oh my god, Destiny, we love him. He's so great. We should hang out. You should tell me to get a VR headset. Like they're like, and then Jasmine Thomason took the headset off. Jay, get a VR headset, and I put it back on. I was like, okay. Time goes by. I start working at this really great job, and then I get a VR headset, and first, like, you know, and then, you know, that boom, that's how I got into it, right? That's how I was introduced to it. That's how I got into it. That's how I'm realized. Then that's why I'm here today. What ends up happening is on the first day I get VR, you know, there's like a spawn room in VR, like where you first spawn to. It's like all these like little generic avatars that you can use at any time. I picked one I thought was cute. Destiny come pick me up. We haul tail to the Black Cat. The Black Cat is a staple in VRChat, a staple world. Like, you know, everybody's there at some point. The good, the bad, in between, the boring, the entertaining, the gay, the straight.
War trauma. The war trauma.
The
May I
flashbacks.
add, the Black Cat
Oh,
is. I want you to think of any competitive shooter game on the planet. Now listen to the community. You know how they talk to each other? How insane that is? How racist that is? Put that in VR chat. They make it a cafe. That's what the Black Cat is. It's a mess.
yeah, that's a wonderful way to word it. Actually,
Full of internet, like
children.
the lowest of the internet, the lowest of the internet people. I mean, it's a mess.
It's
It's a mess in
so
there.
it's so unfortunate to witness VRChat behavior. I'll tell you that because it's just
It's a mess. It's a mess.
child.
But back to what you were saying about
body? Stop playing. Stop playing.
Donnie, the curse.
The curse. But yeah, so
You were
I
saying
get
how
there
you got into the
and
first time good blackjack. Yeah, yeah.
right, and what I'm doing is I'm getting to know what VR is, learning about it, this type of third, we're hopping around. That's how I met Redbeard and Zanny. Love them. And we're
Oh my
hopping
god, really good
around,
friends
we're
of
going
ours,
around.
Robert Bird and Zanny.
I need Redbeard in my life. Um, so and then what ends up happening is we start going around different worlds, showing me what's up, how things work. They take me to was it Post B Club? Is that what it's called?
Just B Club. It's like a
Just B Club.
it's like a sex club in VR. That's the best way I can say it. There's no
Yeah, it's a
sugarcoating that
horror
one.
room. It's a horror world.
There's no sugarcoating that
So
one.
we're there and we're just vibing, running through like it's a really big world. We're going up and down we're just in different places, right?
It's very nice.
And
It's
what
very nice.
ends up happening is I meet someone named Snail, and then their bio was not a
Oh, I
fan
know
of
Snail.
salt, and I thought it was because white, but I didn't get because the name was Snail, and snails don't like salt. So I was like, "Is it because you're Caucasian?" And then he was
Oh
like, "I
my
want you to think
gosh.
about it," and I was like, "I don't get it. I don't know what you mean." And after like
Right.
30 minutes of them like, "Think about it. You got this." I'm like, "Oh, your name is Snail." Anyways, ends up
Oh my
happening. Me and
goodness.
Snail are doing. We're pretty good, and then one of Snail's friends comes along, right? And I don't know. I don't remember that. I don't remember her name.
What
I
does it
don't remember her
matter?
name.
What did Snail's friend do?
Snail's friend was an avatar editor, and what ended up happening is they had an avatar that they wanted to show me, and I was like, "You're an orange cat." They were texting. They were mute. They still are mute, and I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about. What are you talking about?" And they were talking about some well, come here, give me your Discord. I'm like, okay, I'll give my Discord for whatever reason. They start streaming games to me. I'm like, why does Avatar look so different? It's PC. And I was like, what do you mean it's on PC? And then they explained to me that if you're on Quest versus PC, you see different things. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm looking back because I was on my phone. I was looking at my phone. I was looking at the computer and I was looking at my phone. I was like, this is so interesting. There's an actual difference, right? Hang out with them, right? And then she has a world that oh my god, I think it was like a PC only. I think it's PC and Quest now, but it was a PC only world at the time.
Probably should explain what PC and Quest means. So like on VR chat, there's obviously the Quest headset, and then there's PC players who can just play the game for free whenever they want to. Unfortunately, the Quest can't handle some avatars, and so what Todd's talking about is that the avatar that the person was wearing, he couldn't see because he was currently on his Quest headset. But you're about to get into actually getting on PC VR for the first time, huh?
Right. So there's the Quest headset, right? And there are some people who, so for example, me, my Quest headset is linked through virtual
desktop.
what's it called? Hold on. Virtual desktop, that's what it's called. So it's on my computer right now, but I'm playing through my headset and it's like connected. So I can see things that are on PC because my computer is running it. So I can see, the computer, like see specific worlds, even though I'm on a Quest headset. And so I'm like, well, how can I do that? How can I do that? We said you need to connect to PC, and I was like, okay, I have one. I don't know what to do. So they spend like a whole bunch of like a good like about an hour or hour and a half just trying to get me into PC. And I was like, it's really not that deep. I really don't care. And they're like, no, 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 no. We're gonna do this. We started. We're gonna finish it. I'm like, I
It's
mean,
better this way.
I guess, right? So going. Then they invite me to a world, and I was like, okay, this world's kind of cute. What's this? And then he pops up. The avatar's loading. I'm like, I've never seen this avatar before. He's like, but can you see it? I'm like, yeah, I see it. So what do you see? And I describe with him what him. Okay, we did it. I'm like, what did you do? I wasn't on Quest long enough to notice the differences. I don't know what it's just like to be on Quest. So I was like, did the avatar change in any way? Like, it looks like, doesn't it?
I mean, like, I've been on Quest like my entire time of playing VRChat for these 2 years. I got the Quest 2 like relatively when it came out. And so like I've been playing on Quest VRChat since Quest was available to play on VRChat. And Tot literally got on and then just started playing on PC because he had a good PC to be able to run it. And so like the difference between us is like insane because like currently right now, like this avatar right now, this avatar's red for me, completely red. It's just red and black. But for y'all, it's like blue and pink and paint and all these colors.
Blue, yellow, and a teal.
Right.
Yeah, like a kind of like a pink.
It's the differences are very very obvious.
That's crazy.
But like after you got on PC,
yeah, they set
like
that
what was like the?
After I got on PC, I just started getting on PC like because I far as I'm aware, like that was quote unquote the right way to do it. So I just kept doing that over and over and over and over, right?
Yeah.
So I'm playing VRChat. I'm not hanging out with Destiny as much for whatever reason. I don't know why. Just don't like.
Destiny is what's the name in real life? I keep forgetting.
Destiny is Jasmine, Jade, Jaditha. Like she's all four of those. If I say her name,
we call her different names, but we'll try and keep it to Destiny this podcast. We'll try and keep it to Destiny.
We'll try. Keep up. So okay, so like that's me setting up the PC, and then fast forward. Once you get into VRChat, right? It's you build some type of like social group. There's people you hang out with consistently.
You get a repertoire.
You
get a repertoire.
Right. And I randomly stumbled across these two individuals.
The curse.
Faith and Lucid. And I don't know. I stumbled across because I was friends with one of their friends. Joined their world, right? And his headset was like he didn't have his headset on, but his body was still there. So what ends up happening is that he said something about poetry, and I was genuinely curious about the poetry, right? So I'm trying to get a hold of him. His body's laying there limp. Then he dips. Sucks, right? And then Lucid is there, and I'm like, hey, can you get a hold of that friend of yours? I want to talk about poetry. And then she was like, oh, okay, sure, let me friend you. Friend her. I think I got off at that point, right? Because I was like, I wasn't really doing much in VR, so yeah, I'll get off. Next time I get on, I'm like, okay, let's see what I'm gonna do, hanging out, talking to randoms. I see that Lucid's on. I hop over to Lucid, sitting in front of a mirror, chatting with somebody, I don't know who, and we just go like world hopping, trying to find like her new home world. And
world hopping is like looking at different sceneries, that whole vibe in the game.
Right. So you see this world, we were just trying to find something that when you turn the game on, where you spawn at, basically. You wanted some type of world, and the world is like that. It's like a purple world. It's like about water. It's like a little fire.
That Violet Nights world. I'll put it up on the video for the beautiful video listeners. Love you to death. But like audios,
right?
Go on YouTube, y'all. Go on YouTube. VRChat Experience.
So we're there. She's like, okay, I like this world. We stay there. We chat. Oh wait, that's not what happened. We went to another world first, and then I met one of their friends called like
Go speed it up. Come on.
Something. Right, explicit something, and he's asleep. I mean, he's unconscious. He's on the floor, but the man is snoring like a hurricane. I mean, this man is.
Not the hurricane snore. Oh my god!
And I'm like,
not the roar. Shrek, is that you? Shrek?
I'm like, somebody get your mans. I'm like, I can feel my windows rattling from this man snoring right here. I'm over here. But every time he breathes in, I'm trying not to get sucked into his nostrils. He's sucking up all the oxygen in the room. You know what I'm saying? I done caught asthma because he over here. Like, bro,
How'd you catch
I'm
asthma? How you gonna catch asthma, girl? Find
over
that.
here looking for
Find
my
that for me.
inhaler like I got asthma. Because like he over here sucking up all
Even
the
I can't
oxygen in
breathe.
the room. And I'm like, yo, get your
Oh,
mans,
no.
please. I can't focus.
Nor.
And in that instance, another funny thing that happened is that another friend comes in,
Mhm.
and this is when I thought ERP meant European. This is why we say,
Oh,
"Oh, did y'all go to Europe?"
so with his friend Lucid and Faith and that whole crew, the conversation of ERP came up, and
And let me tell you how it
ERP
came. Let me tell
in
you how it came
VR chat
first.
terminology. Okay, go. Come on,
But
girl. Tell me out.
so it was. I thought it meant I thought it meant that you were European because it would be in people's bios. And I stumbled across the people who were talking about it, and one of them happened to be from Europe. So I just thought I was right. I didn't really question it.
Right, the
So
ERP
what ends
meant
up
Europe.
happening is right. So when I started, I friended one of them. I was on Blue. I'm with Faith and Luton and their friends. He joins me, and I'm like, "Oh, guys, this is my friend. This one's from Europe." And this one's like, "Oh, I'm not from Europe." I'm like, "Yes, you are. It's right there in your bio." And then he pulls out his bio, and he's like, "Where is it?" I'm like, "Oh, it's right there. ERP." And then the room falls silent. And I'm like, they got quiet. They're like, "Ty, what do you think ERP means?" Europe. That video, if you would be so kind to explain to the class what ERP.
Lovely listeners on the VRChat Experience today. A big part of the VRChat Experience is the unfortunacies of ERP. ERP means erotic roleplay. And our lovely co-host Sataria thought that Europe was the definition of ERP for the longest time. When I tell you you're silly and delusional, I meant it.
Whoa, the Lulu for real. It's crazy.
When I tell you were silly and delusional.
And they explained that to me, and I was like, I guess.
Right.
But,
oh, that makes sense. Yeah, right.
Right. And then
Where's my parents? I'm scared.
Game turned to a trauma horror experience real fast. But
right.
I will say, through Faith and Lucid, we went just going around meeting people, right? And that's how I met Exa. I love Exa to death. Really do love that Australian.
Exa is a very, very, very good friend of mine, and now ours, honestly.
Right.
If you're listening, hi Exa. Where's my avatar girl?
Talk to the audience about Exa real quick. Just tell me your opinion.
Oh my god, happily. Exabyte is one of Tot's friends originally. I was actually not very fond of him because I hope we get into that drama by the way later in this podcast. Into the you know my girl. But yeah, Exa was a really friend of Tot's, and I met Exa through Tot, and we weren't really very on good terms because Exa has a tendency a little bit to, how do we say this?
Simp.
He can be a little not, I don't want to say dumb. That's not the word I want to use. He kind of misinterprets social.
I would say dumb.
He misinterprets social stuff sometimes.
Oh yeah,
and
autism.
No, Todd.
No.
No.
Wait.
That is not the thing. He's not.
Autistic. He's not. Wait, autism. What?
Girl,
come to me.
Our reputation.
No, I'm being serious. I'm being serious.
No. Oh no!
I think no hate to the autism community. Is it autism community? But I think X is on the spectrum. No hate. But it's just a commentary that they can't tell. They don't get social cues sometimes. No hate to the. We love y'all.
Girl, you're backtracking. You look suspicious. You look suspicious now. I'm gonna cut this out. Hold on. So X is a really good friend of mine. Really love Exa. I met Exa through Sataria. And me and X didn't really get along very well at first, but it's mostly because he tends to say things kind of out of turn because he doesn't really get like, sometimes he doesn't get social things very well. And if you're listening to this, Exa, I'm talking about, girl. Don't try and be mad at me. But yeah, I mean, X is really, really, really sweet, funny guy. But like, in terms of like, did you meet them? Did you meet Exa through Lucid and Faith, or did you meet them through Snail?
Yes, I met Exa through Lucid and Faith, and then what ended up happening was we went to Room of Rain, another very beautiful common world people, and we picked up Bean because we liked his accent because French Canadian, and then we went to what was it, the Black Cat, and we saw somebody role playing at the bar, and then that was Vin, and then we took Vin, and then was mute at the moment, and we started dragging him everywhere. That's how I met those three, and I stayed around them for like the longest amount of time.
Right.
And then what ended up happening was, I stayed around them for like a good bit, and then things just started happening from there.
Oh.
We can get to the drama specific later, but I still hang out with Exa. I still hang out with Exa. I just don't hang out with him. I did just because I'm on a chair. I'm like, well, I keep falling so I lean forward. I'm one of me and Exa are on a lot of servers together, but I also him recently. Still love him to death. I don't talk to Bean too much because Bean is just busy with life, and then something happened to Ben's computer.
Wait. How we get here? I'm lost. Hold on. I'm a little lost.
I was talking about how I met Exa and how I met Bean and how I met Ben, and I'm talking about I just don't talk or hang out with them.
Oh. Well, okay. Let's start with like each three of those. Like, so you met Exa through Lucid Faith. And then how'd you meet Bean and Vin though? Because Bean and Vin are very like prominent figures in what's coming up, 50 Shades.
I met let me think. Oh, what's that? My dog's being weird. Oh, thank you.
Cut.
Appreciate you. What? This is the VRChat Experience. Dolls. Once you have a doll, they're gonna wait. Oh, yes, it is. Well, if you're in full body, it is. Oh my god. Back to what I was saying. Shout out to my dog Omega, love him to death. He tackled me in an event, people recording and people watching me laugh at me. Anyways, so let me see. How did I meet? Because I met Bean when we were in the Room of Rain, very common where people go to. We went into the world. Then you started talking, and we liked Bean's accent, and so we took him. Simple. Yeah, that's what happened. I'm personable, and people just really enjoy the energy that I give off. So what ended up happening is we end up with Bean and Exa in tow, of course. But everybody just followed me. Everybody just follow wherever I go because I ADHD and VR go burr. I want to do something continuously. So we went to the Black Cat.
I mean, yeah, like that's like a big part of like your personality though. Like for like the longest time, it was like especially with like because like 50 Shades, 50 Shades of Slay was the, I guess we could call it like the Sataria precursor. Like that was still the High Tot 2 era. His old username.
The High Tot 2 era. Stop. But we got to get to that part.
Like let's get into it now. I mean, like 50 Shades was your big server that you had.
But let me talk about how we got there. I'm sorry. I have never once been a Discord mod or admin or anything. Anybody who plays VRChat, you have a Discord, right? So you know how Discords work. What's crazy that I have never been a Discord mod, admin, or everything, right? And so what ended up happening, our Lucid, right, was going through it mentally. She wasn't doing the best. And she had a bad habit of deleting the entire server and then creating a new one and adding all her friends back. And I thought it was like, like, come on, girl. And then she was going through it at one point. She was like, I don't think I'm doing too well. I thought I want to do the server again. I'm just going to give it to you instead of just deleting it all. I'm like, okay, you know what? Period. If you want it back, just let me know. I'll hang on to it for you. I proceed to make the server grow exponentially. right? Like, I mean, fantastic. And needless to say, we ended up drifting apart for whatever reason. We ended up drifting apart, and
For whatever reason. For
whatever
whatever
reason,
reason.
whatever reason, she a bit crazy. Really, all
A
it is.
bit,
Crazy and delusional.
bro.
Yeah.
Listen, we don't usually drag on this podcast very often. When we do drag, we mean it. I mean, come on,
Right,
bro.
and it's like I never drag out of spite. If what I'm saying about you seems like dragging, it's because it's the truth. Just fix yourself. That's on you, baby, not me. But like I was saying, so I ended up getting the server. I ended up growing it, inviting people. You know, I tend to attract a crowd. So the server grows and grows and grows and grows and grows. Faith and Luce are still in the server. I just keep it, and I just don't chat or hang out with them. Eventually, and then, like I said, I don't hang out with Bean anymore because Bean got busy with life. Ben ended up getting a new job, so they have a computer, so he can't get on VR at the moment. Exa just hates me, but it's okay. I'm joking. I love Exa. Exa just also got busy with life. I mean, what, he's like an electrician or something? I don't know.
Yeah,
Something
he's got a
with
new job,
electricity.
and he's got some I think it was some health scares too after a bit, and so he's just been offline.
Right. So then after a while, I just end up changing my friend group slightly. Not with any hate to those people. I just end up changing my friend group. And I changed it to Exa because Exa met this fantastic individual, love her to death, named Nerdy. I love Nerdy. She is a fantastic individual. She's so fun, depressed. A lot of people in this game are.
Girl.
But love her. No hate, no hate. I love you. No love you. I love you.
We talked about this.
What's wrong with being depressed?
You gotta stop saying it. You gotta stop saying it. Sataria, please.
What?
Please.
What?
Our revenue.
What's wrong? What's wrong with depressed people?
This is such a mess. I gotta take out so much. No.
What's wrong? I'm so confused. What's wrong with them?
Girlie, you can't be calling people out on the depression. You can't do that on live television.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
You can't do that on live television. You can't be like, oh, depressed. Like, what?
What?
Like, what?
I don't hate her for it. I love her.
She is depressed,
right? I believe
she is depressed, and she's very prominent about it. So honestly, I can't even throw shade.
It's not. Here's the thing: if it's like something about it that you don't really want to put out there, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing. But if it's like, if I were to go to you, hey, do you have depression? You'd be like, yeah. That's one thing. If it's like, okay,
and me as well.
She talks about it.
She's actively very open about her depression and her feelings. So I don't think it's a problem, but it's still.
Right, it's not a big problem. You know what I'm saying? It's that she's very forward with how she feels. And I love that about that. That's one thing I like about her so much. And so, her friend group is. There's a very large amount of people. Usually people who are older than me, because like Nerdy herself is. I don't know. Nerdy herself is older than me. Like older than me. Not like she's not 30.
Right.
I just know she's not 30. She's younger than 30. But
So I'm her friends older too.
Yeah, mostly. Remember, Phoebe was the only one around them who was like kind of my age.
Also a prominent figure in 50 Shades.
Right. He's doing well, by the way. Love that. But so I started hanging around Nerdy's group a lot, and all the things that happened from that. Just so much. I met one of Nerdy's friends. I can't remember her name, but she's a mute because she ended up losing her voice. She was like in the military, and like part of her throat got cut, shrapnel, because I don't know what happened, but a shotgun got shot in her face. It didn't kill her, but she can't speak anymore. But like I said, baddie.
Why she matter? Girl, I'm losing you, girl. You're going off the rails.
Oh, because I met Phoebe.
That's how you met Phoebe, through the mute, girl. I remember that now.
Yeah.
I remember that now. Okay.
I will say, real quickly that I find reassurance in finding people in VRChat who are like, melanated. And I don't see that too often, unfortunately. So when I met Phoebe and I found out she was, another melanin girly, and I was like, yeah, love that.
I kind of want to talk about it, just for a second. I think that is a part of our, honestly, both of our, my 2 years and your year. like finding people that you can relate to on VRChat, especially culturally, is such a refresher.
It is.
Because it's very nice to meet people, I guess, because like Phoebe, Nerdy as well. Who else? Obviously, Destiny, but she's friend in IRL. Me, things like that, you
Right.
know. But oh, girl, let's speed it up. We already know Phoebe, but like let's get to the nitty gritty. We're here for the drama. We're here for the tea.
Right. You're
Let's get
right.
to
Right.
the crazy 50 Shades stuff.
So 50 Shades is a server that I currently own, right? And it was literally just people I liked, and I brought them into that server. And I'm personable, right? I bring people around me, and they follow me, and I try to do my best to keep things as calm, well, not calm, not necessarily in order. You can be as chaotic as you want, right? But as long as you just don't cause problems too much for people. Because once you do, let's check this out, right? So 50 Shades was, if you don't like somebody in the server, leave. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to kick somebody because you have a problem with them. That ain't none of my business. That ain't none of my concern. As long as you don't make it a problem in the server. I don't care. I don't care who y'all curse out, what slurs y'all throw at each other, the DMs. Y'all have fun with it. Just don't put it in the general chat, and we're fine. You know what I'm saying? Your beef is not my beef.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I was getting on VRChat at this point like every single night. I mean, every single night I was on VRChat. It was
it's
like
after
like
the
12
first
to
6
5.
months, something like that.
Yeah, from like 12 to 5. And like I said, around this time this year is when I ended up getting VRChat, right? So I got it around August-ish, and then 12 to 5 every night on VRChat, doing God knows what, entertaining who knows who. I'm talking about the most random things. And then about let me think, February, I ended up getting full body. So that's why I changed my name to what it is right now, Sataria. My name used to be Hitot, like Hitot.
Girl, you skipped a whole lot of stuff. I mean, there's some stuff even before you got full body that's very, very prevalent.
Because I could, if you want me to.
Girl, I'll cut out a bunch if I have to. I want to get to the nitty gritty. I want to
You
get
wanna
to the
talk about it
nitty
for real?
gritty. Let's talk about it, girl.
So, God,
don't get shy now. What you mean? You were so loud about everything beforehand.
yes, I wasn't talking about drama. That's why.
Boo-hoo, girl. This is the VRChat Experience, girl.
Wow.
And it's your year, and your year is full of drama.
VRChat is full of drama. So let's talk about one of the situations that ended up coming up. Well, let's say the first drama situation that came up was between Ben, Lucid's sister Faith, and Lucid, and kind of me. But I shut that down real fast. People have outside lives, right?
Give us the brief synopsis.
And brief synopsis that Ben and Faith were flirting. I don't care who you flirt with. People flirt for fun. I flirt for fun. Bad habit, but like I come to whatever. I don't care who you flirt with. I don't care who you like hold in VR. That's not my business. But Faith ain't the best place mentally. You know what I'm saying? And I talked to her. Hey, bestie, try not to do this when you're talking to a guy. Or try to do this instead. Or do this instead, because that's not a good look. Or this isn't going to help you. Or this is going to hurt. Talking to her consistently, right? But I knew she wasn't in the place she needed to be to date. You can date whoever you want to date, but I'm telling you shouldn't. Whatever you want to do, you read what you sow. Ben, Bean, and X all agreed with this thought process. There was no disagreements. Ben and they start flirting. Okay. So getting close. Okay. They start chatting a lot. Okay. I know it's not a good idea. You definitely know it's not a good idea. Ain't nothing else to discuss. So I don't care how much you flirt, there's no intent behind it. So we're nowhere one day. I get called, I get invited by Faith and Lucid. I pop up, I'm like, hey y'all, what's up talking? Oh, we were talking about this, that, and the third, and I think Ben likes me. And I was like, no, he's a friend with benefits IRL. He's not worried about you. The avatar was cute, so I was in the mirror like, oh my. I said that like cold and heartless because it was a fact. So I'm over here like, oh my. He's like, what? And I was like, yeah. He said it in front of all of us. Twice. He's like, oh, good thing I know that now. I was like, oh no, you just forgot. You know what I'm saying? It was a while ago, so it is what it is. Like, oh, okay, well then never mind. You can if you don't need it, and in a nice way possible, not really kick me out, but like it's like, oh, I just want to talk to you about that. I'm like, oh, okay, so I left. Next day, I get an invite from Vin, and Vin's like, did you talk to Faith? Like, I talked to Faith like a lot. What do you mean? I'm saying, well, she seems kind of distant and irritated with me now. Let me recall the reasons. No, I don't know why she would be genuinely like dead serious with my heart. And then he's like, did you tell her I had a friend with benefits? I was like, no. You told her you told all of us you had a friend with benefits. I reiterated that to her. And how she felt after that is between y'all. Oh, okay. He's almost some, yeah, but why did you say that? Why does it matter? Why does it matter that I iterated something that you said that she's distant from you? And she's distant from you, okay,
yeah,
what?
That I did always find that weird. I found that kind of weird for a while.
So I decided to be
honestly.
like, ain't no way in the world you caught feelings for somebody who we know is not in a position to date. And you're not doing good mentally. Ain't no way in the world. Ain't no way you're cracked out of your mind. Ain't no way, right? Ain't no way. You over here sniffing alcohol and drinking drugs. If you really think to let that happen, be so for real.
What had happened after? Like, so that was the first big drama. I think like if I can guess, I think the second big drama would have to be, unfortunately, Scar. Our lovely cameraman Scar would probably have to be that situation, right? Scar and Lucid.
Honestly, the way that it happened, their relationship ended, but I wasn't aware what the real situation was until months later.
Yeah, right. I forgot that she lied.
I was under the impression that they broke up. That was it. I was like, oh, so y'all broke up. Oh, okay, that's sad. Oh, like Scar, a straight furry. Whoa. And then what ended up to talk about Scar's situation, like
later
I said,
down the
I
line,
appreciate at that point.
Right. You find out that she had lied about the whole thing.
And the reason I found out, right, because Scar messaged me, hey, Lucid kicked, because he was like an admin, and he was like, Lucid kicked me from the server. Oh, let me invite you back. I invite him back. He gets kicked again. I invite him back. He gets kicked again. I invite him, he gets kicked again. I invite him back, and then I remove the ability to kick me from the server from all admins. I wait some more. I'm getting a Discord call from Faith, Lucid, and somebody else. Ooh. Doo-doom. Hey, besties. What's good? Oh?
And they're mad, I'm guessing, right?
You were kicking Scar. Well, why were you kicking him? Because of your problems. Wait. I don't care about your problems, though. Oh, okay. I'll talk to y'all later. Doo-doom. And then I remove all admin ability to kick servers.
Honestly, I don't want to defend you right now because you sound absolutely insane, girl. But to defend him real quick, like, honestly, she had been consistently like bringing up some shit like all the time. I mean, it was like for almost, I want to say like a month or two. It was just like drama, like back to back. And so like that call, honestly, if I was him, I would be done because it's like consistent. It was a consistent thing.
So I was like, girl, I don't care anymore. I was petty about it. And she was like,
I don't care anymore, bro.
Yeah, but we saw what you were doing and we kicked him because of this. I was like, I don't care about your problems. I told everybody in the server, how you feel about somebody in the server is none of my concern. I like Scar. I'm okay with y'all. If you don't like him, leave. Any other questions?
Yeah.
Prayers, concerns, comments?
Or
I didn't think so.
Really, it's not even that. It's just like if you don't like him, then just don't like him. But like, don't remove him from the access of other people.
Don't take him from a server when I like him. Right? I ain't
just because you don't like him. That's
never care about how you feel.
That's
right?
Ridiculous.
Girl, and then it was just insane because like you thought you were going to kick him because we have and then you lied. And then you lied about it, and I was like, lied. It'll hurt me.
Yeah, she had told an insane lie. I forgot what it was. But she had told like basically she was telling him, not me. I was not part of the drama. She was telling him a bunch of these, personal truths that she had and she had delusion about. And we kind of find out from Scar.
This happened because of this, and he said this, and this, and this.
Never happened.
And the Scar was like, huh? I didn't do any of that. Scar sends me receipts, screenshots.
Screenshots.
And then
I'm gonna print them up,
Faye trying
but,
to
like,
defend
still.
Lucid said something that's really wild to me. You know, besides
Wait.
the fact that she broke up with you multiple times, why did you break up with her? Do I need any other reasons? Hypothetically speaking, let's say I did have any other reasons. Why do I need more? You break up with me
True.
the second time, ain't nothing to discuss. Maybe the first time you're
True.
going through and say, I made a mistake, this, that, and the third. Okay, we can talk that out. But the second time, oh no, it's over. What? Multiple times?
Right.
I can't say that. I can't say that on here. But let me tell you something about the letters K, Y, and S. Let me tell you something about them letters and why they're my favorite. Because you're gonna stop playing with me right now. Because you was not gonna do that.
I gotta cut that out. Todd, please relax. You have to cut out like so much footage now. You keep going off the rails, and
I don't think autism or depression needs to be cut out. X has autism. What? He has autism.
I'm posting.
What's wrong
I'm
with
posting
autism?
this entire thing fresh into Patreon, and whoever wants it can pay me.
What's wrong with autism?
Baby, sweetie honey pie. Nothing's wrong with autism. It's how you're saying it, okay? Nothing's wrong with the essence of autism. It was in the context that I'm saying Exa doesn't respond to social cues well. And you said, autism. And it's just like, no, that's not what I'm talking about.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
I want you to jump in this
thing
water.
That people with autism,
and I want you to never get out.
No, listen, it's a very common thing that people with autism or ADHD just don't respond to social cues very often or very well.
Let's get to the next part of the story. Girl, let's get into the drama I know. Because I want to give my 2 cents. Oh, we're dying.
All right.
Y'all, just so you know, I think this current I'm gonna have to tell this podcast the curse. Because this is hilarious right now. We just keep having interruption.
Okay. I think
today is not our day.
No, it's not our name. But my God, Jesus, sorry. Oh, I gotta clear my chest. I want to hurt. But yeah, it was that situation between Scar and Faith was a lot for no reason whatsoever, rather than their own
that whole
petty
era
feelings.
was annoying. But by the time I'm aware of Sataria's year, so I think I came in year 6 or a month 6. Not year 6, month 6.
Month six.
I came around months, and I was aware of things in month 6.
Right, and the reason you joined is because of a friend of his.
Shine. I'm a kid out here.
Shine.
She'll live.
Right. She'll live.
So I want to give preference on Shine real quick. So I love Shine. She's changed her name to a different account. I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to, give her. I don't want to. Y'all want y'all to hunt her down.
Right. Again.
But Shine is a good friend of mine in real life. Basically, how Sataria has Destiny, I have Shine. And Shine was a really big part of my life, and she recently got VRChat, and then she started hanging out with me, and then she came and hang out with Sataria's group, and that was a vibe. But it got to a point where she was kind of feeling like she wanted to be a bit more social, and she did the unthinkable. She had, in the server, sent a photo of herself that was not her, because she was feeling insecure, and whatever reason she had, she shouldn't have done it, period, But if you want to recount the tale, I can recount the tale. But if you want to recount the tale from your point of view,
from my POV,
right.
What you said, that's what happened. Shine was someone I really enjoyed hanging out with. Really funny. I was mute all the time. Really funny, really a vibe, and I love Shine to death. But Shine had posted it was multiple pictures of the same individual, and then I think somebody had said something about these pictures familiar, but I'm not sure from where. Oh no, somebody had said it. I remember seeing this person on TikTok, and then Bean was like, "Oh, let me go see," and then went to TikTok and was like, "Oh, this person does look very familiar," but the person on TikTok was very, 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 very popular, and they also deleted their account. So now things are just weird. And then Bean was like, "What's going on here?" And then me, Bean, Exa had a group chat. And so Beam sent to us "This weird to y'all, or am I crazy?" And I was like, I didn't care enough. In my head, I was like, this could be a complete different face. Love Shine to death. But Cheyenne affected my food, my sleep schedule, or my pockets. I don't care if
Right.
Cheyenne was an 8 foot tall black man. Okay, like I still vibe with Cheyenne either way. Like nothing changes.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I don't care. Then Exa made some type of comment about it randomly, and then and Bean decided like, well, let's investigate. And I was like, all right, y'all have fun with that. They investigate, they stop, and then Exa says something to rekindle that. They investigate, and they're like, and then I think one of them sent like a DM to Shine like, this isn't you. It was just like a screenshot of like the person's like TikTok account, and then Shine proceeds to like delete everything, right? And I'm like, personally, I'm like, this is a bit much. I don't think it was that big of a deal. I wouldn't have allowed it to be that big of a deal. So I can't stop Ben and Bean from like doing whatever they want to do, right? But like Ben DM'd you one picture, and you could have explained yourself. And I promise you, none of you weren't going to get shunned, kicked out, bullied, just
Oh no, you were not
thrown
going
at
to
you.
do. Absolutely not.
But that was never going to happen. That was never going to happen.
I think it was.
You know what
I
I'm
don't think
saying?
it was just panic. I think it was just panic on her part. To be honest,
It was literally just panic because while I was talking to her about it, she was like this, that, and the third. I was like, I'm down. It's not that deep. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure most people in that server went because Sean wanted me to send an apology. I'm like, tell someone if you want me to, but I don't think it's necessary. So when I add everyone, all of a sudden they coming out the woodworks. Everybody got a comment and opinion on the situation. Like, what's going on? What's happening? Why? What happened? This, that, and the third. I'm like, where was y'all every other day of the week? But okay.
It's so this is why I find the drama so funny, because no one gave two shits about Shine. Like genuinely, no one was like out to talking to Shine besides like maybe a few people, and that's like you
Right.
and me and maybe even Exa and like maybe a few people.
Right.
And then like suddenly we're out here witch hunting her, and I'm just like, y'all
It
not even
wasn't
talk to
everyone, it
her.
wasn't everyone was witch hunting. It was that everybody was so concerned about the situation when I didn't think of it that deep. That's what confused me because everybody's like, what's happening? I'm like, why do y'all care? I at everybody about all sorts of stuff all the time. But now that I at everyone at the situation, it's an apology. Oh my God, what happened? If the apology is for you, keep moving. No, you know what I'm saying? Like, what y'all so concerned about? Like, what do y'all really care for? And so,
Hold on. We can stop this here, and we can do a part 2 of your year. So you can talk about you can do more with what you want to talk about.
I would say if we cut it down to 30 minutes, it'll probably just me talking about all the people I met, and then we can just that be like a more simple part, and then the second part can just be all the drama. So you can cut out some of the parts from this one and put it in the second part. We just talk about all the drama that I talked about. Because a good bit of it would just be talking about how I met everybody, who I met.
We'll have to find a place to like stop and start.
If that's the case, though, let me at least talk about how I met you.
Period. I guess.
Can't
Yeah,
stand it.
period. Honestly.
Came in, guns blazing, cursing, slurs. You know how you get when your friend gets hurt. A situation occurred, and then Video decided to come in, judge everybody, insult them, dip. Immediate reaction: I can't stand him. Don't like you. You're a bit much. You're strange. You need to leave. What was your impression of me?
So I came. Let me explain why I came in there. So all I had heard from Shine, and I'm sure you're watching this because I did say in the podcast, girl. If you're not watching, then I'm gonna fight you. Love you though. So what I had told Shine was like, oh, that was annoying. That was stupid. You shouldn't have done that. And then she had proceeded to tell me, oh, I did something bad, yada yada. I left. I didn't like me anymore, yada yada. All this stuff, like, oh, they wanted to expose me and all that stuff. And I'm like, okay, who's making this big of a deal out of it? Because I think a few pictures isn't gonna kill nobody. A few pictures of somebody is not gonna kill no one. There is no reason for y'all to be sending her the DMs and like, not explaining what's going on. Just there's no reason for y'all to conspire against her. I also think to conspire against her is insane. I think y'all should have dragged her in a group chat and then asked her a question. That would have been more humane. I think conspiring behind the scenes.
Even then, I'm saying it's because I feel like because the whole trying to figure it out for whatever reason, that's a bit weird.
For
I feel like
whatever reason, I think it's because she was a girl. Was the reason why they were trying to do it so much. Because honestly, if it wasn't a girl, they wouldn't care. In my opinion. Because you gotta think about the crowd of people that were currently trying to do it. Exa, Vin, and Bean. Specifically Exa and Vin. Bean is chill, he don't care. Bean's like, this is kinda odd, but I'm just kinda pointing it out. But like specifically Exa and Vin.
it's crazy because it was
Exa,
Bean and Vin, but Exa didn't care. That's why Exa didn't care.
He kept instigating it.
Oh, he didn't instigate it. He brought it up once because he thought it looked like. Me and him thought it was a joke. We didn't think they cared enough. You know what I'm saying? We didn't think it was that deep. Me and X had talked about all sorts of stuff before. We didn't think X had other things to worry about. If you get what I'm saying, X didn't care about the situation. He was like, "How's that Shrine investigation going? Y'all ever get done with that?" And then Ben was like, "Oh yeah," and they actually hopped to it. But he didn't do it with like ill intent. You know what I'm saying? While those two were like, "We're curious. We want to know why."
I still think it was insane. But anyways, personally, I just think it was too much. I think a short and sweet conversation was all that was needed to have. Because y'all should at least gotten to know her first before y'all decided to out her. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think Dean and Ben.
They did not know her. They did not.
I think me and Exa hung out with her the most.
Mm-hmm. They maybe met her, but they never knew her.
Yeah.
But anyways,
just my leg. Ignore me.
I can't ignore you, girl. You're on video. Anyways, girl. So with after that had gone down, and maybe a few days went by, and I had I had joined the 50 Shades server, and I had DM'd. I think I DM'd you at some point. I was like, "We need to talk," because like, what the fuck went? What the fuck happened?
After you met me that night.
Yes. So I joined somebody in that world. I think it was honestly like Shadow or something like that. I joined somebody. I started asking questions. Because I was like, who the fuck did it? What the fuck happened? Why did it happen? Who the fuck is being this loud about it? First of all, I think honestly Pink was there at the time.
Oh no, we didn't know Pink.
We didn't know Pink yet. If someone was there being all mad about it. Someone was there just being all mad about it. I was like, I don't even know who you are. Shut up. And then Shadow's like, I don't know what happened. You were just being. He was doing what he was doing right now. He was being really egotistical, very, very, very interest-centric. And I was just like, please die. But then, like, some time went by. Some time went by, and as we talked about the situation, and got to some points, I realized who the people at fault were. Cause I thought you was out to get her. I was about to whoop your ass.
You thought I was out with I thought I had the knives and the pitchforks.
Well, because you were the center of attention, and so I was like, you must be the leader. I gotta take you off. I gotta humble you first.
Hey,
I'm gonna humble anyone here. It's Sataria first.
Right. It's your first.
But I think honestly, which is so funny now I'm thinking about it. I think after that is when. I think this is a good segue to end the episode. I think that is when people stopped. People were like, "Okay, this one's gonna be a problem." I think that's a perfect segue into next episode because I honestly, right when I came in there just being loud, I think people started to be like, You know what I'm saying? Because I think people who was in the room at the time. It was Shadow. Phoebe was in the room at the time. He was in the room at the time. Oh goodness, who else was in the room? It was somebody I did not like. I think Bean was also in the room, but I'm cool with Bean. But someone else was in there I just did not like. But they were all in the room at the time when I came in there, and I just guns blazing. And even further from that, like other points when I was like still mad, they were still in the people like that were still in the room, and so they were in the room when it happened, and so a lot went down. And so I think honestly that's when people started to be like, he's going to be an issue. But I think that's a good segue into next episode.
And you are.
So I'm going to kill you myself. I'm going to get out this chair. I can't stand you. I can't
but you're a good
stand
issue,
you.
though. You're an issue to issues, and that's a good thing.
I'm the best issue. I'm like a comic book.
A problem you want.
I'm the only problem you need, shawty. Anyways, what 6 months in, and then to present day would be next episode. So that's what we're gonna be going into.
Oh, let's have to talk about your 2 years at some point.
You know what? We gotta talk about my 2 years. I mean, we can do that whenever. I don't really care. Those who are watching, what do you want to hear us say? This is our podcast, but like, we want to hear your thoughts too. But yeah, thank you all for listening to the VRChat Experience. I'm Video TV. This is Sataria, and we're signing off. Thanks for listening. And the curse.
Girl, the curse. She come.
Girl, the curse.
You know what I'm saying? She just reach for you. She just. You know what I'm saying? She's scary.
She's scary. Anyways, y'all.
Snatch you up.
Goodbye, and we'll see you next episode.